That is some amazing B-roll right there. I was not expecting that. Are we allowed to show that? Conservatives are going to have a problem with this B-roll, I think. What is with the spooky B-roll? I'm a little bit worried there. Was that Rudy Giuliani right there? Anyway, no. You bring up, I'm just joking. The B-roll's great. You can bring it back. Sorry. Anyway, okay. Conservatives are furious after a satanic altar was put up in the Iowa state capitol. You can see a photo of it right here with Jack Posobiec, fresh off his Twitter Spaces event with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, saying, "This is what Kim Reynolds is allowed to be installed in the Iowa state capitol. It is a satanic altar and idol." Why does he on site recognize satanic idols? Interesting. What is he doing the weekends? But anyway, there is a little bit of a mistake there, maybe willful. Kim Reynolds doesn't have anything to do with whether an altar is set up in the Iowa state capitol. The legislature does that. And by the way, that is a Republican legislature, but it's not Kim Reynolds. You can attack Kim Reynolds for a lot of stuff, and you should. But Kim Reynolds is not responsible for that. But we can bring up the graphic again. And Rayyvana, I want your opinion. They're very angry that this was allowed. Now, granted, they want religious stuff in these buildings. They want it almost as bad as they want Confederate flags. So now you've got a religious altar. Why are they so angry? What do you think?
I think is it too spooky for them? Are they snowflakes? Is that I always joke that I'm not someone who can handle scary movies, but this doesn't scare me or bother me because I'm a normal person. I'm a normal person who doesn't see, the color red being worn on a celebrity and immediately decide that means the celebrity is a Satanist who sacrifices babies in their free time. And even displays like this, which are, individuals who claim to be Satanists, they do so, almost all of these organizations do so, not because they worship Satan, but in the name of religious freedom, which is exactly the logic behind this display being put up, which was supported by the Republicans in the Iowa state legislature. And that very much, and we'll get to this in a second, very much outraged the sensibilities of one Michael Knowles.
100%. By the way, I had not heard of this celebrities wearing red thing, but I am assuming that there are probably videos on TikTok pointing to celebrities wearing red that have 50 million views, if I had to guess. And I'm going to start producing those as soon as I'm done with this show. But anyway, as you pointed out, yes, Michael Knowles very worried about this, saying, "Are you first a Christian or a liberal? I'm both. Oh, can a man serve two masters?" Because he's very serious. He's actually driven by his religious beliefs. It's not just a grift that he's playing on conservatives that he has no respect for. It's not at all. No, he's serious about it. Well, I care about everyone. I don't want anyone to feel like mental strife or trauma. So I just want to reassure everyone that not only, as Rayyvana pointed out, is it true that the Satanists don't actually worship Satan, but just in case, I want to remind you that Satan doesn't exist. A satanic altar can't do anything because Satan isn't real. just in case you were worried about Satan coming down and crushing or setting fire to the Iowa state capitol, Satan was made up by people. Just make sure. Anyway, Matt Schlapp had this to say: "As Americans, we have the right to practice our faith or not. We do not have the right to have taxpayer facilitation of human sacrifice and evil. America has lost an understanding of why it was founded, and most of our leaders are cowards." I just want to remind everyone that I kind of think human sacrifice is sort of core to Christianity, isn't it? I'm not an expert on Jesus or anything, but I feel like it's a pretty big part, and you guys seem to have no problem with that. And then, of course, there are those who are calling for violence, as they always do. Joel Berry's saying, "Grab your sledgehammers, boys. We're going to Iowa. We're going to destroy this thing." Again, these people want 10 Commandments displays in state capitals. They want all of that stuff. And they will use claims of religious freedom and freedom of expression to get it, but not because those are values they hold. They're means to an end, a specific end of their religion being elevated above all others. Every other one does not get that same right, and they could not be more clear about that. Rayyvana?
Yeah, I just think it's funny that Michael Knowles, who once did a gay sex scene in a movie that he was acting in, who believes that homosexuality is an affront to Christianity and God, would say this, because then my question to you, Michael Knowles, would be: are you a Christian first or an actor. Also, when you're on the same side of the issue as Matt Schlapp, alleged sexual abuser, I mean, things aren't looking so bright over there for these anti-Satanist, satanic panic Republicans.
I want to speak up in defense of Michael Knowles. That might seem to be hypocrisy, but he was not serving two masters. He was serving the first master of literally every other independent right-wing personality. They desperately wanted to be accepted by Hollywood or comedy or whatever.
Yep.
And they couldn't, so they became right-wing grifters. It wasn't simultaneous masters. They tried and failed, and then they decided, I guess I can just delude conservatives. So just in defense of Michael Knowles. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.